Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning from June 17th to the 23rd, and I'm using this Caress Press kit called Road Trippin', and I am on a bit of a time crunch for this voiceover, and this is a very long video, so I'm hoping that I can sort of just get it done really quickly. I don't know, we'll see, but anyway, this is the week that I officially fell behind with planning again. And you will see why. I started falling behind the week before, but then this just really pushed me over the edge. And I think every week, I think I have 2.5 more weeks until I'd be caught up with current time. But basically from here on out, including the week when I'm doing this voiceover, I don't have my normal free time during the week. So it's been a struggle, and I also wanted to film a haul video, but I just don't know. It's been a hot second since I bought stickers, and I don't know. I've already started using them, so let me know if that's even worth it. But yeah, I just, there's so many kits I need to print and cut and whatever. But anyway, back to this spread. You will no, hopefully I'll be able to cut it out. If not, you'll see right here that I freeze essentially, because I realize that I have so much to mark, and I only have two options. I can either remove full boxes or add day extenders, and I loved this kit. I really wanted to use all the artwork, and I would have had to remove 3 full boxes. I needed 3 days of just a lot of space. So I ended up using Rosie Plan's little trick where she puts her day extenders on an empty piece of sticker paper to sort of help lay it out, whatever. I sort of did that, and I was able to add 3 day extenders, and for once I'm really happy with how they turned out. Everything fits really well, everything looks really good. I'm just so relieved because this was a very busy week, and this is a very pretty kit, and I didn't want to have to compromise, and I didn't have to, so really happy about that. As far as this week goes, I'm going to try to remember everything. Forgive me if I don't, but the main event of this week was that I had to go to New York City for my boyfriend's niece's 5th birthday, and he really likes to go above and beyond, especially for his family, specifically his niece and nephew. He never wants to come up short, and it's sort of the type of thing where if we do something one year, it's expected to be done again. And I'm very burnt out. I don't have it in me. And his sister asked if we could make cupcakes again. I will say it's a good thing that we did, because she did not tell us that the cupcakes were the cake. Because every other time we've made a cake or a cupcakes for the kid's birthday, there's been another cake that she bought from a bakery. There was no other cake this year. So if we hadn't done it, there would have been nothing. And he didn't know that either. We did not know that we were supplying the centerpiece of the party. But anyway, like I was saying, I've just been very burnt out, and there's a lot going on. There's still a lot more to come. I really I don't know. I can't wait. Part of me can't wait until September because I finally don't have any plans, but also my boss comes back from Denver, end of August. So I'm also just dreading that. And it also means that I have to get back to job hunting, because I told myself once all of this bullshit is over, I have to do that because I'm not happy. We all know this. So anyway, I was very concerned because not only were we making cupcakes, and I just wanted to put her name in front of a rainbow, print that, cut that, and use that as a cupcake topper and call it a day. And then I was and we can do rainbow frosting. And he couldn't see my vision, and he was stressing me out and making me feel like I needed to do something more. He wasn't he did understand that I don't have time, but like, I was like, can we just do rainbow cupcakes and not even do cupcake toppers? Like, I genuinely don't have time. And he has no idea how much time it takes to design something, even if I don't hand draw it, even if I use like clip art, but I use fonts and size things and like erase backgrounds and all this stuff. He has no idea how time consuming it is. And then on top of that, printing and cutting and hoping nothing goes wrong. Like it's a process. It's really just time consuming. And at first he wanted me to draw his niece as a cartoon on a unicorn because I drew his nephew, earlier this year for cupcake toppers. Like I made a little cartoon him in like Minecraft or whatever. But I really only did that as a like, I don't know. I just wanted to see if I could. But that doesn't mean I ever want to do it again. And I didn't realize that me doing that once was going to put that expectation on everything. And I don't know, like whatever. I could go on and on about this. The point is I was feeling very burnt out, very stressed, very under pressure, and I don't like that. And yeah, so that was like a big stress during the week. It ended up being fine. I did it. I just fucking sucked it up and did it. Fortunately, work was really slow on Friday, so I was able to print and cut while working, which was tricky because my silhouette was being a jackass, and I have no idea why. I still don't know why. It just wouldn't work, eventually work, then wouldn't work. You get the point. It was fucking terrible. And then obviously this weekend we went to New York. We went to the party, and I'm glad I went because she was so excited that I came. But when I was at the party portion, now, like, obviously we stayed with them, so I spent more time with her, but just the party, there was no reason for me to be there. Like, it's a child's birthday party. All the kids are running around having fun, and I'm standing there bored to tears. Like, whatever. So it's good that I went. I'm glad I went, but I still stand by the fact that I don't need to be at a 5-year-old's birthday party. Like she would not have missed me at that party whatsoever. But it's a good thing I went. I will say that it is a good thing I went, but holy fucking shit. I'm just so ready to not have things to do. I don't want to do any more things for a very long time. But anyway, that's really all I think that, oh no, there was one other thing that happened this week. And, so the gist of it is I had a wedding to go to. I've already mentioned that my dress doesn't fit because I've gained some weight. So I needed to buy a new dress. And I bought a billion dresses from Abercrombie & Fitch because I'm comfortable with their clothing. I mean, I worked there for like 10 fucking years. So like, I'm just very comfortable shopping with them. But recently, the online shopping experience has become a fucking nightmare. And I know it's because of where I live. I know that. And everything was fine, but it was such a nightmare. Like, I placed one order and I hated everything except for these 2 dresses that fit well, but I didn't like the colors. So then I reordered them in different colors. And then one dress randomly got sent back. And when I called about it, they were like, oh, we weren't able to deliver it. And I was like, it was for pickup. It wasn't supposed to be delivered. It even says your package is ready for pickup. And then the next day I get an alert, something was wrong with your whatever, we're returning it to the sender. What? I have 7 days to pick it up. Why the fuck would you do that? Anyway, it was a shit show. So that dress was gone. There was nothing I could do about it. And Abercrombie actually tried to charge me return shipping for that item, and I lit them up very nicely because I'm a nice person, but I sent them screenshots. I was like, absolutely not. You are not charging me for return shipping because I didn't return this. I never got it. And then it was fine. They refunded me for that. But still, like, I feel like companies do this where they just try to see if they can sneak money from customers and just like nickel and dime you. And I don't deal with that bullshit. So then, the package that has the other 2 dresses or whatever, it was supposed to be here, like, on Saturday or whatever. Like, it was supposed to have been here a long time ago, and it wasn't showing up. So finally, I messaged the company, and they were like, I am so sorry. There's been a delay. Your package is not going to come until July 23rd, which keep in mind is like over a month to get to me when it usually takes 3 days. What the actual fuck? And they're like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're not going to get your package until, and I needed it July 3rd. So I was like, okay, perfect, fantastic, fabulous. I don't have a dress for this wedding now. I can either squeeze myself like a sausage into a dress that no longer fits me, or I'm going to have to go to the fucking mall, which I don't have time for because I'm going to New York. Like, it was just, I was very upset, okay? And then on Friday, I was just staring at the tracking because I'm desperate. And I'm just like, this package hasn't moved. It says it's at a random FedEx and it's and that it's on its way to another FedEx. So I just call my local FedEx and I give them the tracking info and they're like, oh yeah, your package is here. You can pick it up whenever. What? I'm sorry, what? If you look at the fucking tracking, it says it's not here. And Abercrombie told me it wasn't coming until July 23rd. You just had this package and you didn't scan it in. Like, thank God I fucking called because I needed a dress. I think I mentioned this in another plan with me, but I'm just going to say the dress I ended up keeping, I got it like, I don't know, I no longer had any time. The wedding was like in 2 days, and I realized that someone had already tried this dress on, and they were clearly too big for the dress because around the waist, some of the stitching was pulled, and then the stitching, so like the fabric stitching was pulled. Like the fabric was slightly damaged, and then I looked at the stitching was ripped. And fortunately, when it's on me, you can't tell, but still, I paid full price for a damaged dress that someone had clearly messed up because they just had to squeeze into that. Like, and that's frustrating. And I couldn't return it. I could not return it because the wedding was in 2 days from when I had the dress. So it just wasn't an option. So I just sucked it up and paid for a damaged dress. And now I own a damaged dress, but at least I can probably fix the stitching or have a friend fix it. I don't know. Because it was fine for the wedding. It looked perfect, but it's not going to hold up because the stitching is ripped. And I would like to get more than one use out of the thing, you know? So anyway, it's just been a whole thing. It ended up working out. But getting a dress and I have a wedding in October, and I need a different dress because it's formal, and I'm really close friends with the bride, but she wants all women in floor-length gowns. And the last time I wore a floor-length gown, I was like 26, and that thing sure as fucking shit will not fit. Absolutely not. I can't even zip that thing. And I don't like it anymore anyway, so I don't actually care. But I am going to have to find a dress for that, and I'm sort of dreading it. But she even offered to hem it for me so that, I can, have one thing off my plate, which is so sweet. She sews and stuff, the bride. I am concerned about that. I'm not looking forward to looking for another dress. I hate it. It makes me cry. But I should probably start now, shouldn't I? I should, because they're already putting fall stuff out. She also wants a fall color palette, and I'll do whatever she wants. But I don't like long dresses on me at all. But I have to suck it up for her. Anyway, I think that's it. So I'm gonna get started with the day by day, starting with Monday. The first thing I marked with an insomnia munchkin was that I hadn't been this tired in a while. And I know I mark being tired a lot, but ever since I started religiously taking vitamin D3 and B12, I've felt so much better. I haven't been as lethargic, but I am still tired because I don't get enough sleep. But this Monday was really brutal. Then with a house icon from the kit, I marked that I went home to work remote. With this sighing emoji cashier, I marked that when I bought my shoes the other week, when was that? Like a couple weeks ago, I was walking around the house in them and I realized that they were too big and I wanted to exchange them for a smaller size. And the store never gave me a receipt. They emailed it to me, but I never got it. And I know my email was correct, so I have no idea what happened, but I never got the receipt. And no, I did not delete it. Like, I never got it. So that was concerning. Then with this package sticker from leftovers, I marked that I walked to USPS. I think, what did I do? I think I mailed a sale or something. I can't remember. Then with this yoga stick with the Plan Co sticker, I marked that I did an upper body workout. With a phone icon from the kit, I marked that Joe called. With this emoji doing a voiceover, I marked that I did a voiceover. With a Sticky Perk Sex and the City TV, I marked that I watched Sex and the City. With this sweating emoji, I marked that I had really bad night sweats this night. I haven't been having them as often, which has been lovely because it was getting concerning and I was worried that I was going to have to go off my antidepressant, but I don't think it's the antidepressant. I just think it's like hormonal, which also sucks. Moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked with a late emoji was that I woke up so late, like really late, and I had to rush and go to the office looking not so cute. I just did not have any time to deal with my hair or anything. Then with this angry Stick with the Plan Co. Is it Jane? Is that what their character is called? I have to look it up. Anyway, with the Stick with the Plan Co. girl, I marked that I forgot a hair tie and it was so hot and humid on my walk and all I wanted to do was put my hair up. And I never forget hair ties. This is the first time I've forgotten a hair tie in a million years. I don't even know. It's because I deviated from my normal shower routine. I usually take my hair tie off my wrist in the bathroom, but for whatever reason, I took it off in my bedroom, and that ruined the whole, I don't know, just my brain short-circuited. I can't deviate from a routine, especially when I'm like tired and lazy. I go through life like it's just automated, you know? I'm sure some of you can relate. Then with this emoji at work freaking out, I marked that it was actually busy this day at work and I was not loving it. I don't want to work. I don't want to work anymore. I need like a month sabbatical. Just like, don't even pay me for a month. I can't quit because I can't quit right now, unfortunately. But like I could definitely go a month or two without pay, no problem. Just I need a nap, a month-long nap. Under that, with this meltdown munchkin, I marked that I was getting really anxious about having to make the cupcakes. I think just because I was so tired and work was so busy, I was just like, how am I going to pull this off this week? I'm exhausted. With a Papershire car, I marked that Joe picked me up from work this day because we were going to have dinner with some friends, and then he needed to try on his tux. It's not a tux. Yeah, it is his suit. Sorry, not tux. His suit for the wedding because he's in the wedding. So we got sushi, and I used this sushi sticker. I always forget what shop this is, but if you're curious, I'll look it up. With this Jack Skellington munchkin, I marked tux try-on, but it was actually a suit try-on. Then with this piece of deco that is from a random sheet, I want to say it's by Anxiety AIDS, but that might be wrong. I don't even know if that shop's open anymore, but I marked that after he finished with his tux, we stopped to get Sonic. Then with a clock icon from the kit, I marked that I didn't get home until after 11, which was lovely. Not really, because I still had to take care of the cats. I still had to do like wash my face, skincare. I had to make my lunch for the next day. Like I still had so much to do. So I didn't get to bed until a little bit after midnight, unfortunately. And I was already very tired. But anyway, I marked cat care with this Once More with Love sticker. And then with a lunch Once More with Love sticker, I marked that I prepped for work. Then on Wednesday, the first thing I marked was that I didn't have a dress for the wedding because this was the day that the company got back to me and told me that I wasn't going to have my package until July 23rd, and I used an FML sticker for that. I still wouldn't have the dress today. Isn't that wild? I think today's July 16th. Anyway, under that with this laptop from, I think, a Pink Planner Shop kit, I marked that I worked. Then with this leftover deco from an SPC kit, which worked perfectly, it's like sunscreen, I marked that I had a Target pickup. I desperately needed sunscreen and vitamins, so I picked that up on my way home. Then with another icon from the kit, I marked that I did a chest workout with this camera that I've had forever. I can't remember the shop. I marked that I filmed. And then with this Once More with Love sticker working on a tablet, I marked that I made, oh, that's the other thing. I had to make a name sticker for Joe's niece because we gave her a pink sketchbook as part of her gift. And I was putting like a custom sticker on the front. So that took a bit to design. Then moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked was that I was the only one in the office, and that just always pisses me off because, like, why the hell am I there when I can easily work from home? And I used a pumpkin paper Kotera to mark that. With a box icon from the kit, I marked, this is the day, I marked that I mailed a sale from Mercari. With this munchkin carrying a backpack, I marked that I decided to sneak home on my lunch break because, like, why the hell am I there if nobody else is? With this Planner Gems, which I don't think is a shop anymore, this Planner Gems sneaker, I marked that I walked 10,000 steps this day. With this pumpkin paper Kotera egg sticker, I marked that, so I went over to Joe's because we were going to make, oh, sorry, that's loud. I'm going to keep going. We were going to make the cupcakes this night because we were leaving Friday and we wouldn't have time. So I went over to his place, and then after I got there and I told him that I was going to have to drive home in the morning to work, he was like, oh, you're not working here tomorrow? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, we could have made the cupcakes at your place. Last time we did that, I got the sense you didn't like it, so I came here. Anyway, I was just like, okay, fine. Next time we're baking at my place from now on because this is like too much. Because Friday is my only day to sleep in, and I was going to have to wake up early to drive home, so that kind of sucked. Anyway, we went to Aldi because Joe was out of eggs and we needed them for the cupcakes. Then with this SPC icon, I marked that we went to Wendy's because Joe hadn't had dinner yet and he had a coupon for something. This is like, I got this on a freebie, so forgive me, I can't remember the shop, and I believe it's actually like cookies on a baking sheet, but I marked that we ended up having to go back to my place to pick up my cupcake pan because he only has one and it only has enough room for 6 cupcakes, so that was not going to work. And then the final thing for Thursday with this baking emoji, I marked that we were finally making the cupcakes, and we didn't get finished until about like 12:30ish, so another no sleep night. Then moving on to Friday with this insomnia munchkin or tired munchkin, whatever it is, I marked that I got no sleep. I had to go home and I used this house from Planting Roses. Then with this angry girl on the phone from Fox and Cactus, I marked that I called FedEx on a whim and found out that my package had just been sitting there. Thank God I called because they probably would have sent it back. If I waited for July 23rd, I can't with any delivery service in this area. They're all terrible. Then with this SPC cupcake, I marked that I made cupcake toppers during work. With this silhouette from Fox and Cactus, I marked that my silhouette was just like freaking out and giving me so much trouble, and I was wasting so much paper. It sucked. Then with another SPC icon, I marked that I walked to FedEx to pick up the package because I did not want that to like, I couldn't risk it, so I had to go get it the second I found out it was there. Then when I got home, I took a shower. I got so sweaty. It was like 90 degrees this day when I walked, and it's not a short walk. It's like 20 minutes there and 20 minutes back. So I went after work. But I got my package, which it was a relief. Then with this shower munchkin, I marked that I showered. I already said that. This is leftover deco, I think, from an SPC kit, but I used it to mark packing. Then with this Sticky Perks car, I marked that we loaded up the car, I should say, and we had to bring a lot of stuff. He had to bring his dolly from like when he used to be in a band. He had to bring a fold-up table. He had to bring something else. Oh, 2 coolers for them because they don't have enough for drinks. So the car was packed, okay? It's a Honda Civic. Like, you can't fit that much in there. But he had loaded most of it without me there, which was wonderful. So that was like such a relief. I didn't want to do that. Then with this sandwich sticker that I can't remember where I got it from, but it's new. It's probably Fox and Cactus. I marked that we got buy one, get one free Subway sandwiches on the way, and Subway has definitely gone down in quality. Not that they were ever the highest of quality, but now it's sad. the meatballs on our subs were basically the size of marbles, and there was like no sauce. It was just terrible. Then with this happy munchkin hugging another munchkin, I marked that we got parking right out front. And if you know Manhattan, you know that's not easy, especially free parking. We had been driving around for like 20-ish minutes, maybe more, and we maybe saw like 5 spots, but every single spot was being taken as we were driving by. We saw someone sitting in their car. We asked if they were leaving. They were not leaving. And so finally we got desperate, and he's like, I'm just going to pull up in front of their building so we can at least unload, because I think we're going to be parking like really, really, really far away from their place. And as we pull up, the people in the closest parking spot to their building, it's the best parking spot that exists, they get in their car and they leave. It was a miracle. I was so happy. Then the final thing for Friday, I marked that I got a horrible night's sleep, and I used this cramping munchkin. I had to hold my pee. I kept having to pee for some reason in the middle of the night. And the first time I went, I was just like, dear God, the door to the bedroom that we were staying in, like, had swelled, and it was so loud whenever you opened it. And then their floor creaks, and then their bathroom door swelled, so that made a loud noise. The whole thing was just so loud, and I felt so bad because the bathroom's next to their bedroom. So the second time I woke up to pee, I just held it and tried to go back to sleep. It was very uncomfortable because I didn't want to make all that noise again. Moving on to Saturday, with the Carly Plan sticker, I marked that I got ready. Then with this emoji stuck in an ice cube, I marked that I went to buy ice. I had to buy like $20 worth of ice. It was stupid. It's just water. It's so expensive. Anyway, then with these balloons from Scribble Prints Co., I marked that I wrote ice instead of party. I gotta fix that. Okay, anyway, I marked that it was the party. With this Sticky Perk slice of pizza, I marked that we had pizza. With this emoji in a martini glass, I marked that on the way back to their place, I stopped to have a drink with Joe's brother-in-law, his sister, Joe's brother-in-law's sister, and Joe's niece. She came with us too. She just had a lemonade, and we all sat out with our drinks. So that was nice. And then for dinner, I had a salad and a little bit of barbecue that they ordered. So I used this Paper Shire sticker for that. With a Once More with Love playground sticker, I marked that I walked to the playground with Joe's niece. I really just wanted to go on a walk by myself because I just felt like I had eaten so much that I wanted to do a couple miles. But she got really excited and wanted to come. So I think I did not even a quarter mile. So that's okay. It was her day, so it's fine. I just get really anxious if I can't walk a lot. Then with this SPC car, I marked that we drove home, and we got home at about 12:40 a.m., which is much earlier than we usually do. And then the final thing for Saturday, with a TV icon from the kit, I marked that we watched the challenge. Then finally, moving on to Sunday, the first thing I marked with a Rise and Shine munchkin was that we went to bed at 3:30 in the morning because we unpacked. I think we had to shower and stuff. It was a whole thing. So even though we got back at 12:40, we didn't go to bed until 3:30. So I slept in with an I'd Rather Die eye roll munchkin. I marked that I was in a bad mood. I think it's just because of all the stuff I did this week. I didn't really have any time to myself. I went out on Tuesday night. I went to Joe's, on Thursday night. I went to New York on Friday and Saturday. So I think that's why I was in a bad mood. But anyway, sometimes when I'm in a bad mood, I make my day even worse because I'm an asshole and rot on my phone. And I marked that with this rotting munchkin, I think, or emoji. I can't remember now. I think it's an emoji, actually. Then with a sad emoji, I marked because I marked that this is so embarrassing. I just had a full-blown meltdown and started crying because I hate myself. So that was cool. Then after that, I collected myself. I don't know what's wrong with me, but anyway, I went to Aldi to do my grocery shopping, and I used an icon for that. I really didn't want to go, and I had been putting it off for way too long, and I knew that once it was over, I'd feel slightly better. With this cereal bowl from, I'm blanking on the shop, I'm sorry, but I marked that they messed up my favorite pasta salad. Aldi sells this pasta salad that's seasonal. It's only out in summer. And they added olives, which like I bought anyway because I was like, I'll just eat around the olives. But for whatever reason, there were like tiny twig-like things. And I'm a texture person. And so anytime I got one of these like hard twigs in my mouth, I like couldn't even swallow the bite. It just really grossed me out. So I ended up throwing a lot of it away because I couldn't eat it. And it's such a shame because it tastes so good, but the texture, I just can't do little twigs in my pasta. Then with a paw print icon from the kit, I marked that I went home and did the litter and took my trash out. With a Stella Bow Sticker Co. Xbox controller, I marked that I played Hogwarts Legacy. With this emoji holding a burger, I marked that I had a free birthday burger from Red Robin with a $5 purchase. So Joe and I went to get burgers. And I was really nauseous on the ride and I felt like I was going to throw up. So I ordered myself a Coke. So I marked treating myself with this munchkin holding a can of Coke. I never buy soda at restaurants because I think it's a ripoff and I just don't need it. Like I shouldn't be drinking that much soda anyway, but I treated myself and it was probably the best Coca-Cola I've ever had. It was really good. I feel like some of you know what I mean because it's not always the same. It like had a lot of carbonation. It was really good. Then with this Once More with Love cat sticker, I marked that we had to go to Walmart because I needed stuff for my car to change my oil. And I also needed to get Janet some cat food. Then with these munchkins watching TV, I marked that we at least were able to watch part of a movie. I ended up having to go to bed. So we didn't finish it, but we started Reptile on Netflix. It was okay. It was fine. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. And then, excuse me, I'm like choking on my own spit. Anyway, then the final thing for Sunday and for this week with this sweating munchkin, I marked that I ended up sweating all night because the air conditioning, for whatever reason, wasn't hitting me in Joe's bedroom. And then there's a fan that's usually pointed at me, but it wasn't pointed correctly. And I fell asleep and I guess I didn't realize that it wasn't on me and I never like corrected it. So when I woke up in the morning, I was pretty soaked and gross. So that was cool. Started the day sweating or week sweating, ended the week sweating. It's always nice. But anyway, that is everything that I did this week. It was just a lot of stress. It was just a lot of stress. But like I said, I'm glad I went. She was really happy that I went. So, and it's over. It's over now. So, yeah. But anyway, the week after that is, I want to say, a slightly less busy week, which is really nice. But I still did do things. But yeah, anyway, that's it for this spread, this plan with me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.